Basically, I wanted to hear from you guys about your favorite cars from movies, cars that were either influential in your love of cars, things you liked when you were a kid, or things that are kind of deep pulls. But I'm more curious about your guys' favorite cars. The first thing that always comes to my brain is the red Audi 5000 from Ferris Bueller that his dad drives. That's like a car I think about a surprising amount. You know, he's like grooving on the way home and all that.
Totally.
Those are the kinds of cars that interest me, you know? I mean, that's almost like a movie that is iconic for its cars in general, because of course has one of the most famous movie cars of all time, the California Cal Spider replica. Fakey.
Professional what? That car.
He just rubs it with the diaper.
That car is, crazy. But okay, so what else we need to move into?
But I'm curious, I'm almost just curious what the first things that popped into your head were, like in terms of things that you think about.
I mean, the cheater is like you go straight to Bond cars, right? But the Lazenby Bond from 1969 is the one where that was the only one that he was what's the name of that movie?
On Her Majesty's
Secret Service. And they have the ice race scene in Switzerland where the Mercedes Fintail with skis on the top is chasing
I don't know if I remember
cougar with the beautiful woman driving. Like that's a scene.
Yeah.
I posted some of that to where was it, BAT or like
Are you cougar or Fintail in that combo?
I mean, Fintail is like the German like bad guys shooting at him, which is kind of cool. I always wanted my Fintail. I looked when I had a Fintail for a ski rack that I could put skis on the roof because of that scene. But they jump into an ice race in Switzerland that has minis and Mark I escorts and crazy other stuff racing. It's a very car-centric scene in Bond, which I think everybody should watch.
I mean, that's another cool thing. Like, what are the best scenes with cars in them? Because like my brain also immediately went to Ronin and all the cool cars that are in Ronin.
So cool. Well, the 6.9 in that, which he gets out of the sunroof and shoots the rocket launcher. Yes. That's a meaningful car.
The S8. Come on, how do you not want one of those?
The
S8 that's down in Paris on the Seine and on the stone walkway under the bridge, and he pops the trunk and they're like doing
the scene where it slides towards the camera and you can see those Avis wheels and it looks so sick. That's like a selling Audis right there. Audis.
I don't know if you guys have seen the movie The Birds, but it's
Tippi Hedren, right?
Somewhat boring movie that is interesting. And Tippi Hedren cruises around in an Aston Drophead in that movie, which is right here with correct for like current yellow California plates back then in the late 50s. And she drives up like the coast. She pulls out, I think, the Mark Hopkins Hotel on Nob Hill, and then drives north up to Bodega Bay, which is where the movie is filmed.
Right.
And it like does these cruises around with birds everywhere in this Aston Drophead. It's super, super
cool. That's a 2.4? What is that, Zach?
It's a DB24 Drophead, I believe. I watched that movie years and years ago and basically only cared about that car. I was just like, can we just rewind and like go back to that car?
The one I'm threatening to get and just shove in the office here is the Ducati 998 Matrix Edition.
Oh, from the like highway chase scene, right?
Yes, and it's dark green with gray wheels and would look great downstairs.
Speaking of your like turf, right? We're talking about San Francisco over here, and isn't that movie scene like allegedly like filmed like the way that it looks? The Matrix freeway scene is supposed to be like it's patterned. It's all CGI, but it's patterned after 580, like right where you live.
Is it really?
Have you ever seen that?
No, I got to rewatch that.
Yeah, some of the signs and stuff are it may be like San Leandro, like a little bit south of you, but it's like right there. And it like totally looks California and looks
that was like the big
stuff.
Iconic scene from the second one.
One, I'm not surprised you haven't mentioned because of shame. And one, I'm very surprised you haven't mentioned, Alex. Do you want me to go in a particular order?
No, give me the shame.
NSX, Pulp Fiction.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Well, Mr. Wolf, come on.
Wolf.
But don't you remember the plate that was on Alex's car when he got it?
Yeah, you had that custom plate. Or what you have?
It said Te Wolf.
What does Te mean?
Because the wolf was taken by the state of California.
Wolf.
THE Wolf. Yes.
But good NSX scene in a really nice movie.
I drive real effing fast.
Yeah. And then the Michael Bay Miami Vice cruising around in the F-130. I think of you every time in that movie.
Great.
Every time? You've seen that movie a lot?
Yeah, it's such a good like Saturday night after a few beers. Just
this is Miami Vice movie
remake 06. Michael Mann. Michael Mann
cruising in that car around at night in Miami with the freeway light reflections and the air intakes up by their heads.
I believe there's some flame exhaust too.
It makes you want to get one of those cars.
110%. Couldn't agree more.